Hey brothers, what's up? JK with PornReboot here. And today I'm going to be talking about how meditation helps you with your reboot from your addiction to pornography or masturbation. Now, when we hear the term meditation, we tend to imagine ourselves or someone else sitting cross-legged in silence or chanting some mantra. Well, there's actually a lot more to meditation than meets the eye. And if you're trying to quit porn, meditation is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to reach your goal. Now, in order to understand how meditation works as a tool to quit pornography, you're going to have to keep a little bit of an open mind. Although this is going to be a short video, it might get deep at certain points, so you may want to take notes or just pay close attention. So most therapies that handle porn addiction employ some methods and techniques from meditation inadvertently, but very few of them advocate or are even aware of using meditation as a standalone treatment for porn addiction, which actually works for some men. Now, initially, you may have started using pornography for a number of reasons, but eventually your porn use becomes a reaction to some sort of uncomfortable body sensation, which is resulting from the constant interconnection between your mind and body. So they're always in communication, and the thoughts which accompany these reactions as well. Now, you don't get addicted to any kind of inherent quality in pornography itself, although it can sometimes seem that way. So when you say, I'm so addicted to watching transvestite or she-male pornography, you get addicted to those sensations in your body. And by watching pornography, a certain kind of biochemical process starts in the body, and you experience a sensation which you develop a liking for. So you first develop a little bit of a craving for it, and then a habit, and then you finally get addicted to that sensation. So addiction is therefore sort of like a continuum. You want to enjoy the sensation again and again. So brace yourself for the deep stuff now. In physics, it has been recognized that the objective and the subjective cannot be separated. And there are scientific studies which support this very important point, that any experience which arises from your consciousness is a subjective experience. It is not part of any sort of independent external world. And although we have experiences of the outside world as, sensory objects, tangible objects sometimes, what actually comes to our senses is energy in the forms of vibrations of different frequencies. Stay with me now. I know it's getting a little woo-woo. So the unconscious mind, which is really still beyond our understanding and the understanding of modern science, it is in constant contact with the energy from outside, and we can describe it, if we use modern physics, as statistical probabilities, okay? So these vibrations, they don't carry any information, at least not any subjective information, but they do carry some sort of objective value. And they trigger your neural pathways, which are transformed by the brain and its judgment into a model of your external world, okay? So this model of your external world is given a subjective value, and then it's projected outwards to form your subjective world. And unfortunately, we call this mixture of subjective and objective components, we call it just the objective world. But from the fact that many of us, we see a similar external world, so we can only deduce that we have similar models. That makes sense, right? So the similarity of models, it does not necessarily imply that the world is giving rise to those same models all the time. And when we go back to porn addiction means that you are addicted to a certain type of vibration that has been created by basically the dopamine, the neurotransmitter, the endogenous opiates that are being released by your brain, your body is reacting to them. So the addiction is in the deepest level of your mind. And there's every likelihood that it becomes rooted in your deep unconscious if you continue it for a long time, all right? Meditation helps you reach the unconscious level of your mind by working on your sensations. And that is how it helps you to get rid of the root causes of your porn addiction. And the deepest level of your mind, it's always in contact with the sensations of your physical body. So as you develop awareness of the sensations, as you begin to observe them, and you keep a very calm mind, your porn addiction at the subconscious level slowly gets released. And this connection, this relationship between mind and matter is actually the key to meditation, all right? When you go back to Buddha's teachings, the teachings of Buddha, that is one of his key principles. You know, whatever arises in the mind is always accompanied by a physical sensation. You know, so therefore the observation of your sensations, you know, it gives you an opportunity to examine your entire self, your physical being, and what's going on in your head. Okay, so when you as a man struggling with pornography addiction understand that when you observe yourself, when you start observing the deep sensations of your body, when you realize that, oh wow, that is one of the keys to escaping my addiction, to letting go of the root causes of my addiction, you begin to work on that, on your sensations, observing them through meditation, okay? Now be aware that meditation it's not some sort of miracle cure, it's not magic. To make progress in meditation, you need to put in the effort, you need to have the work ethic, and you really need to focus on your sensations. So I was a little bit hesitant to shoot this video, to be honest, because it gets a little bit deep, and maybe those of you who are already meditators will relate to it, and those of you who aren't might feel a little alienated by it. My suggestion to you is to start meditating, all right? It's nothing woo-woo. One of the easiest ways to start is with one of the apps out there. There are great meditation apps like Omvana, like Calm, and Headspace. And this is a great way to start your meditation, to learn how to observe your breath, to learn how to calm your mind. And then once you've become proficient at that, you can look into learning formal meditation training. Personally, I learned how to meditate through Vipassana meditation, and I've been doing that for over a decade now. It's free, it is very challenging, but you can find out if there's a center somewhere near you and go for a 10-day course. The website for it is dhamma.org. I have no personal affiliation, there's no money involved. It's absolutely free, it's non-religious, it's based of course on Buddha's teaching, but the Buddha's teaching, original teachings were not religious. It wasn't his intention to start a religion, but it's a scientific method of observing yourself and your sensations on a very deep level. So when you're ready to move from meditation to be calm and focused to meditation, which actually helps you start dealing with some of your deeper issues, that's what I suggest. But of course, if you know of any other sort of meditation that might work for you, I suggest you go ahead and try it out. Basic meditation is one of the key parts of the PornReboot system. Even if you don't know how to do it, one of those free apps is enough to get started in the program and get you to a place where you have control over your behavior with porn and your behavior with masturbation. So deeper meditation when it comes to your reboot is only a requirement when you've gotten to the stage that you're medicating multiple issues, or maybe one big unresolved issue, which your out of control sexual behavior, your behavior with porn or masturbation. So whenever you're ready, there are a couple of ways that I can help you end your out of control behavior with porn and masturbation. The first way is you can join our free course. It's called 20 Ways to Quit Pornography. There's a link to everything I'm about to mention in the description below. You can also watch our free training, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men, which outlines my system, tells you about my history with pornography, and shares examples of some of my clients who have been through my program and successfully rewired their brain. You can also download a copy of my free ebook, which is called Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men. And finally, if you want to speak to me or you want to speak to one of our Reboot strategists, talk about what you can do to find a mentor, to gain accountability, to have somebody help you work through a system, or just to simply look at your history with pornography and find out if you're a good fit for one of our programs, then go ahead and visit elevatedrecovery.org/apply. There's also a link to that in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of them, don't forget to subscribe. And when you do, please click on the bell icon, because that's how you're notified whenever I release a new video. And I release videos twice a week. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later in the week.